My name's Holly Bell, I'm a recipe writer and I blog at Recipes from a Normal Mum. Today, in my Keep Calm and Bake series for Scoff, I'm going to be making chocolate caramel shortbread with white chocolate. First thing to do is take some soft butter and pop it into your mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a wooden spoon or an electric handheld mixer. So I'm just going to pop this all in and then beat it until it's really light and creamy. So it'll take a few minutes. So the butter's really light and creamy now. You can see it's changed colour slightly. I'm going to add in the caster sugar. Just chuck that in. And then again, I'm going to beat it again because I want the caster sugar to really absorb into the butter. Start off slowly, and then once it's mixed in quite well, you can turn the speed up. So now, this is so easy. All we've got to do is add in the corn flour and also some flour. So I'm going to pop these both in and then very, very gently turn the paddle just to start incorporating it. Don't go up really to a high speed straight away because obviously it's going to go everywhere otherwise. The idea here is just to incorporate the flour and the corn flour. You don't want to overbeat it because if you do, your biscuit dough will be a little bit tough. So we're just trying to make sure that it all incorporates. Okay, so at that point where you can see these great big sort of clumps of biscuit dough are starting to stick together, that means it's ready to press into your tin. What I've got here is I've greased this tray and then I've lined it in a really lazy way, which is just taking some non-stick paper and pressing it in, making sure it gets into all the sides. So take your hand and squeeze the dough into a ball. Take the ball of dough and pop it into your tray. Get any last little bits out. So this is the fun bit where you need to squash the dough down. Just use your hands to do this, it's the easiest way. And you need to kind of try and get it as even as possible because that way you'll get a really even bake. So that's nice and even now, I've patted it down, it's ready to go in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. So the shortbread has cooled completely and now I'm going to add the caramel to the top. This is just tinned caramel, you can get it in a jar as well. If you want to make your own you can, but to be honest, it's a lot easier and quicker just to buy it. So I'm just going to pour this over the top, just ease it over, and then pop it into the fridge for about 20 minutes, just to let that harden up a little bit. So the shortbread and the caramel have been sitting in the fridge for about 20 minutes, so they've slightly hardened up on the top. I've got some white chocolate here that I melted a while ago and I've let it cool because what you don't want to do is put hot chocolate onto cold caramel because it will seep through and we don't want that, we want some nice layers. Now I'm going to add here, I've got some oil, I'm going to add about a tablespoon. The reason for doing this is it makes the chocolate look really glossy when it sets. And it also makes it much, much easier to cut because if you've ever tried to cut just plain chocolate that's set, it kind of fragments and cracks really easily and this will make it easier. So top tip there, I'm now going to pour this over the top. Now there's a trick to doing this, which is you've got to kind of ease it over and try to get it to look really, really pretty. So the trick is to kind of, don't put it all in one place, add it all over. Swirl it over like this. So I'm just using a spoon here to smooth the white chocolate over the top and eke it out to the edges. And then I've got lots of chocolate coins here because I thought this might be quite Christmassy, but you could use anything you want. You could bash up your favourite sweets and put them on the top. So I'm just going to place these over the top. So add in whatever you fancy. Do let me know what you make and what you add to the top especially. Okay, so that's finished. It's quite heavy now, full of shortbread and caramel and chocolate. I am going to leave that to set. You can leave it at room temperature, or if you don't have the time for that, pop it in the fridge. So the shortbread is completely set now. It's been in the fridge. I've added a few more of these chocolate coins. I've left the wrappers on just to make it look a bit more festive. If you like this recipe, don't forget to subscribe and have a look on my blog as well, recipesfromanormalmum.com.